Rev up your engines! Well, today I have an interesting vehicle. I'm not a big fan of Kias, but this '06 Kia Sorento has proved itself to be a very reliable vehicle over time. Well, how can that be with a Kia? Well, there's three reasons for this Kia. Numero uno, as you can see, it's an '06 1205 that's made in Korea. If you look underneath, what do we see? We see it has a solid frame. This is a body on a solid frame vehicle. It's not unibody construction. This is the first model of it. The next models all went to unibody construction with no actual frame. And that's a big deal, especially up north there, because these frames are solid. They don't rot away. Hence, even if it's an '06, this vehicle is still in excellent shape, even though it's a Connecticut vehicle. See, the alloy rims are all pitted from the salt on the road, but they don't leak air. They look kind of bad. You'd have to refinish if you want to look good, but hey, it's a beater. It's an old one, but a beater. Sure, it's got a little rust here on the fender well, but even that's still relatively solid. The other side has the same thing. And I get a little rust from all the salt on the road, but the frame and everything's solid, so it can still last quite some time. And another reason, that's what's under the hood. It's got a very nice V6 engine. It's called so the hydraulics don't work, so we need a stick. Let's get a stick. In this case, we'll use my magnet on a stick. Hey, it's magnetic, it'll stay in place, right? Brilliant idea. We see a very nice V6, double over cam, 24 valve, 3500 V6 engine that is a very solid engine. And guess what? The new unibody ones, they don't have V6s anymore. They're going all these Ford turbo crap, right? This engine still runs like a top. Yeah, they're gas hogs. But anything this size is going to be pretty much a gas hog. It weighs a lot. It's got a full frame. But best of all, it can last forever. The V6 engine is a real automatic transmission. And it's a very reliable 5-speed automatic. None of this CVT crap. Back in the day, they actually made good vehicles for these things. Now, of course, Kia's had problems with 4-cylinder engines blowing up and blah, blah, blah. But most of those are made in the United States. This was the good V6 made in South Korea, and it's actually quite a good engine and a solid full-frame vehicle. Now, as we look inside, we can see this thing's got a lot of miles on it, okay? 166,000 miles. So the owner wants to see, can he keep it as a good knock-around car, or should he get rid of it before he has to put a lot of money in it? Well, we're going to do a complete scan, go through the whole thing. I've driven it around once, and the only real thing that I see wrong, which isn't that big of a deal, is that the valve covers are leaking oil. Look down here. You can see oil's dripping. It goes on the exhaust bolts and smolders, so you can smell it when you turn the AC on. See here, it's the case on both sides. It needs valve cover gaskets. Not that big of a deal. The first model of these, it's just rear-wheel drive. As far as I'm concerned, that's a good idea. There's a big old differential back there. Doesn't make any noise. It works perfectly fine. No worry about expensive all-wheel or four-wheel drive repairs as the vehicle gets older. It's simple rear-wheel drive. These things can run forever. All you gotta do is change the fluid every 80,000 miles, drain it, and put some new stuff in. You can see a lot of parts are still original. I mean, not that much has been done to this thing. So let's take a look inside before we scan it all, and you can see, this is why I tell people, cloth seats can last forever. Hey, this thing's old, seats are still in excellent shape. Lots of room in the back, they're still really comfortable. Big scan tool time, we plugged it in. We'll unfold it. I love this part. And it's sticking on the steering wheel so we can read it really well. Turn that baby on, we'll go through the whole thing. And we'll do a standalone diagnosis. We don't need to record any of this. You read the VIN number. It's a Kia Sorento 06, 3.5 double overhead cam. It's old, it can still do a topology scan, only there's just 6 things instead of a whole bunch like in a modern car, so here we go. And while it's going through it, we'll look at it. Hey, look, a tape or a CD. Whew, it's got tape and CD. AM, FM. Sure, it's old school. Well, that's the way that it goes. Look, see, you got a turntable here. Whee! It's just so blowing. It looks like it's doing something. Let's try it out. Hey, look. Look, it actually works. Okay, for a 19-year-old car, not bad. It only has 4 codes. We'll start out with the airbag. I never expect an airbag to work on something this old anyway. Code for the airbag is passenger buckle circuit opener short the battery. So the stupid buckle switch is broken. Who cares? Now the engine has 3 codes, so we'll check the engine codes. They may or may not be important. We'll find out. Random misfire, cylinder 5, cylinder number 6, misfired. Okay, so let's look at the data. We'll look at the freeze frame, see when it happened. Okay, it happened at idle. Odds are the thing needs spark plugs, maybe ignition coils. It runs good enough now, and the check engine light isn't on now. That's something that, hey, he wants to buy coils and spark plugs to make it run perfectly. It's not that big of a deal. Anybody can do that themselves. I'll race them just to see if they come back on our road test. And now comes the important part. We're going to start her up and look at live data, see what shape the engine's in. Black is good, red is bad. We're going to analyze all this data on this old vehicle. Now, I noticed I could smell fuel. It's subtracting 12.5 on the short-term fuel because it's cold outside. Once it warms up, it will probably change quite a bit. We'll look at this after we take it for a road test. Because, see, the long-term fuel trim is only 0.8. That isn't much. Short-term fuel trim is already starting to drop as the engine warms up. So we'll check through. See, the short-term fuel trim is starting to drop some. Now it's -7. Old vehicles are gonna always run a little bit off. Now, I noticed that when I first started up, I walked around the vehicle and I could smell fuel, but it was coming out of the exhaust because it's running too rich, so you could smell a little bit of fuel. Once it warms up, the smell goes away. That's just flat out old age. You can see already it's warming up and it's idling better. You don't expect an old car like this to run perfect when it's cold outside. The battery's working fine. The injector time is working pretty good. So for its age and a limited amount of data you can get on an 06 Kia, it's 19 years old. Let's take it for a spin and see how it does. So no backup camera. No backup camera on this baby. But it idles very smoothly, and it's high up in the air, so we don't have to worry about the speed bump here like you do in a normal vehicle. We can just drive right over with its rear wheel drive. It is basically a truck frame. So far, really not all that bad. Being a heavy vehicle, it doesn't ride all that bad. On these old bumps, hey, rides a lot better than my Matrix does. It's a heavy vehicle, so these struts aren't worn out. They're still original. People didn't put much money into it, they didn't have to. Still not a bad ride for a vehicle with 166,000 miles on it. The old top of the hill. Take it for a little spin. See what this V6 engine can still do. It's getting to be lunchtime, everyone is leaving work. Alright, we got a clearance now, so we'll get out here and we'll give it a little gas. It's still got some power left. Nice sounding engine, no clanking, but I do smell stuff. Yes, indeed. I can smell the oil burning on the exhaust manifold because the valve cover gaskets are leaky. Now, if you put it on recirc, the smell goes away. So I'll take a little trip down Beach Road here. Down to Macquarie Beach. Fine, I don't hear any bearing noise. Hey, it may not look the part, but it's still in excellent shape. Especially for a knock-around vehicle. These solid frames can run forever. The AC's even blowing freezing cold air. Hey, you can't beat that. Down we go, where people live in very expensive houses, looking at the ocean, of course. Well, what do you know? They got rid of the big speed bump. Hurrah. I guess people complained. And the potholes have gotten a little bit bigger. I can see that. But the view's still spectacular, even though it's a cloudy day. Everybody likes hanging out on the beach, even on a cloudy day. The teenagers are doing burnouts, spinning around on the beach. Look, the short-term fuel trim has gone down to 0. It's perfect, -1.5, up and down a little bit. Not bad, and the other side is good too, 0. So it's doing fine once it warms up. You're gonna find this with any old car. The piston rings are worn, injectors, everything's worn. But once it warms up, it can run pretty close to normal. That it ran the day it came off the factory. 0's perfect. Pretty good for an old car like this. Hopefully it'll be better this weekend. We can go lie around on the beach here, but back home now with this pretty well holding up old Kia. Just realized they don't make them like this anymore. They don't have solid frames. You can't get the V6 engine. They had something that was good, and basically they made it into a vehicle that is not going to last as long and cost a whole bunch more money than this thing did. Pay more, get less. Horn still blows. Well, at least if you hit it in the right spot, now it's working. The transmission still shifts very smoothly. Like I say, these aren't CVTs, these are actual automatic transmissions. They hold up quite well. You can even shift it manually if you want. Well, downshift, and let's see if it upshifts. Yep, it upshifts too. Hey, even that still works. An old 2006 Kia Sorento still has a lot of life left in it. Sure, you could put valve cover gaskets on it, you know. You can fiddle with stuff here and there. But once it's warmed up, it runs perfectly fine. Everything you want, heat, AC, power steering, brakes, everything works fine. It's a shame they don't make these solid frame vehicles like they used to, but as it goes, everything's made cheaper these days. They don't make that V6 engine anymore. They only put in turbo 4s. And if you ask me, they should take a hint from the stuff they used to make and go back to making them in South Korea, where they did a better job, and making them bigger and stronger instead of smaller and turbocharged, which of course will wear out faster. This one's still got a lot of life left in it. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.